In this section of my video, we will be going through the concept of Fleming's right hand rule, which is a topic of magnetic effects of current, chapter number 13 for class 10th. Now, going through the concept of Fleming's right hand rule, we must know that this rule is very important, as with the help of this rule we can calculate the direction of induced current in any conductor. Going through the counterpart of this concept, we have already studied the concept of Fleming's left hand rule. As with the help of left hand rule, we can calculate the direction of force direction of force experienced by any conductor. With the help of this right hand rule, we can calculate the direction of induced current, or we can observe the direction of induced current by any conductor. Now let us go through what this right hand thumb rule is. Now, as you can see the simple diagram which says that if you stretch thumb, first finger and central finger of your right hand in mutually perpendicular direction, you should remember that thumb, first finger and central finger both are perpendicular to each other in such a way that your thumb should represent the direction of motion. Here we are talking about the motion of conductor. Thumb represents the direction of motion of conductor. First finger represents the direction of magnetic field. Then the central finger should represent the direction of induced current. As this diagram simply represents, then on pointing your thumb and first finger in the given direction, whatever the direction your central finger is pointing, that direction will be the direction of induced current. Now let us illustrate this with the help of an example. Let us suppose that the conductor is moving that side and the current is moving downwards. What should be the direction of induced current? As I had said, the conductor is moving that side, which simply implies that I have to point my thumb in that side. Now the current is moving downwards. The magnetic field is going inwards. We need to calculate the direction of induced current. I am again repeating the concept. The conductor is moving that side and the direction of magnetic field is inside. As you can observe, my thumb pointing in the direction of motion of conductor, thumb pointing in the direction of first finger pointing in the direction of magnetic field. See the direction of my central finger. Under this condition, the induced current will be flowing in upward direction. Similarly, if the conductor is moving towards this side and magnetic field is again inside, what should be the direction of current? Again, pointing the thumb this side, magnetic field is inside. As you can observe, the direction of my central finger, which is pointing downwards, which implies that the direction of induced current in the given conductor will be downwards. The important thing to note in this is, with the help of Fleming's right hand rule, we can calculate the direction of induced current in any conductor. Remember this point, that we can calculate induced current in any conductor. Now the basic concept is, first we need to observe these two parameters, that is the direction of motion of conductor and the magnetic field. Applying these two concepts, whatever the direction of your central finger is, that is to be the direction of induced current in that given conductor. So this was the basic concept of Fleming's right hand rule, which is employed in the working of dynamos, that is generators, both AC generator and DC generator. I hope you have understood this topic well. Thank you.